I promise it's the last time I take the mic for the conference. This presentation is aligned with Mathilde's presentation because we wanted to bring you an overview of what Pion Consortium can bring to Falah Consortium. This is a project that we had in 2020 or 2021. In this project, for the first time, we aggregate more than 30 participants, members of the Falah Consortium. Colleagues from SAINU, colleagues from USP, colleagues from Vanuatu, from PNG, from New Caledonia too. So this is one of the best illustration of a collaborative work regarding one of the part of the Falah project. And we wanted to know more about indigenous knowledges, practices, and resilience during the COVID-19 pandemic, especially in students we have on the campus. So this is a multidisciplinary with different entries, qualitative and quantitative project that I want to share with you all today. And this afternoon, tomorrow and Thursday afternoon, you will have some presentation regarding this project done by colleagues of the group. So we can get back to the context of this project and our research question. This project focuses especially on family perception and practices among New Caledonian, Nivan, Solomon Island, Fijian, and PNG students and their families in the post-COVID pandemic context. So we had 3 objectives that you have on this slide: measure the existence activation of traditional knowledge and practices among these students of different countries. The second one was to appreciate the associated perception and intangible aspects of youth. And the third one, understand the mode of development, expression, and transmission after the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, in relation, of course, to the socio-economic and natural environment of these young people. So the first step was to identify what is an indigenous knowledge. We had big discussions in the group, and at the end we used this definition proposed by the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues, where we have different areas of the traditional knowledges and indigenous knowledge and practices. You can find the list here with the 16 main traditional knowledge that are identified. And this knowledge were aligned with one of our 9 research questions we have in the Falah project. This is a big 9 research question you have in the Falah project. The 2 first one concern the work package 2. For work package 3, we have 3 other one, and for the VP4, underlined in bold, there are the research questions related to this project, to this project. At first, compare traditional family farming practices, its adaptation to the environment, and identify best practices to disseminate. The second one, share new knowledge to develop sustainable intervention strategies that can help people from other regions. And the fourth one, accumulate, cross, and share traditional and scientific knowledge on small-scale farming and eating habits to establish production and consumption strategies adapted to the social-cultural context. So to do that, as I mentioned before, we used a mixed method, qualitative and quantitative approach, with a survey for the quantitative approach done here in Solomon Island with Jonas and SAINU team. On the right side, you have the research done in New Caledonia on Nouvelle campus, on this campus, and we have another campus in the bush in New Caledonia in the north. This is Bako campus. And we develop a quantitative and qualitative approach. In these different part of the research. We have different dimensions, different aspects. At first, my practices from family farming, from family knowledge, my perception on family knowledge, and COVID-19 regarding different dimensions, spatial, social, and temporal, aspects on lifestyle, information, linguistic, law, knowledge, and practices, in my opinion, knowledge, information, and transmission, in my opinion, and then the qualitative aspect. We mostly develop the quantitative aspect, which was more easy to deploy in Vanuatu, Fiji, Solomon Island, and PNG. And in New Caledonia, and in Vanuatu, we did qualitative and qualitative method. At the end, more than 1,300 students participate to this study in these different countries. And yes. And in terms of strategy of publication, we started with the publication of the protocol. So we are in the editorial process in Open Research Europe to publish this paper with all the participants that you had on the first slide. Everyone contributed to the protocol to do the survey and to write the protocol. This is the first step. And then we're in the phase to publish the data set and then write different papers with cross-thematic for each country and in a comparative dimension between countries for other papers. So the plan is to first publish the protocol and then different papers regarding interest of researchers and expertise in different countries and thematics we have. So this is a quite long process. I would like to move on more faster than we actually did, but I think that after this conference we will have opportunity to accelerate the process to have several publications. So you can find the collection, Family Farming, Lifestyle and Health in Small Island Countries and Territories, the QR code, and on Zenodo, like it's a open access publication, so we follow the process of publication, the protocol, the survey, and then the data, and after the papers. So this is a quite very interesting process, but time-consuming process. But it's very important in Falah, in EU project, to follow this procedure. Few main results regarding the three, so you don't have the numbers, but because the slide is cut on the left side. So concerning the first question, the second one, and the 5th one in bold, I will show you a big picture of preliminary results. So to the question, do you feel that you are the custodian of family knowledge and practices? Between countries, we can see some differences regarding yes, no, and no answer only for Fiji, I think so. It's a global view, and that shows us that in the Pacific region, university students are still considering that they are custodian of traditional knowledges. During the pandemic, do you think your traditional knowledge and practices have been useful to you in dealing with the pandemic? Vanuatu, Solomon Island, and Fiji results are quite similar, but in New Caledonia, there is some different result that we have to interpret, and this is what we are actually doing. And regarding the main aspects, which traditional knowledge and practices have been useful to you in dealing with the pandemic? So you can see the three main ones in red. Cultivation, management of illness and injury, food preparation in different orders regarding the countries between Fiji, Solomon Island, Vanuatu, and New Caledonia. And the order has its importance in the country regarding the socioeconomic development of the country regarding aspect of climate change and how the perception was regarding the sanitary crisis. This is what we are actually analyzing, and to have a better interpretation of what was the mobilization of the traditional knowledges in these students and their family before and during the pandemic. So we think that this work is very important regarding the socioeconomic, spatial and temporal context. The impact is totally different. The usefulness of indigenous knowledge and practices in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. And we will have more information regarding all the variables we analyze. I didn't present them, of course, today. The presentation is too short, but regarding lifestyle, regarding linguistics, regarding law and knowledge and practices, in my opinion, this is a presentation of our colleague Vaimoe Abanese on Thursday afternoon, which is here with us, with a beautiful flower. And the knowledge, information and transmission, in my opinion, was another aspect that we are actually analyzing. So this short presentation just to see that, to realize that we have all an interest to use the Pure network, the Falah network, to have comparative studies, to strengthen our research, to have much more and big data set. And I would like to thank all the colleagues who were involved in this project. And we hope that on the next call of Pure, we will have an opportunity to get other funds to continue this kind of collaborative work, because it's very important. Research needs to be collaborative, results are more powerful, and together we are stronger. This is my view, and I think that we will continue together. Thank you.